Hello, everybody, and welcome. Lovely to see you. And if you're here, I'd like to say a particular thank you if you have been supporting the Red Cross or any charity. That's very much appreciated. But it's interesting because I've been thinking about doing this class for quite some while, and I wanted to do it around peace. Now, I should explain that you probably already know this, but yoga really is about having a peaceful mind. So the second Yoga Sutra, which is often counted as the most important, is Yoga Chitta-vritti Nirodha. And it means that the state of yoga comes about. Yoga means union, when our mind is quiet and we haven't got the kind of thought interruptions which happen. Now, having said that, there's been a lot on social media with yoga teachers taking sides because there's so much going on in the world, there's so much division. And certainly when I had done me and my own spiritual inquiry has led me to believe that we have to do our best without ignoring suffering to overcome polarities. We should try not to take sides. And as I said in my email, I'm on the side of peace and I'm against any violence, whoever is perpetuating that. And I believe that peace starts with us. So I very much want to make the class around how we can find our inner peace and how we can then reflect that back to the world. And then with this in mind, we're going to do a little bit of chanting, a little bit of movement as always. We're going to reflect on what peace means for us. Then I've got a really nice deep relaxation, which is a modified version of, it's one that I actually learned in India a long time ago. And it is called, sorry, some of you know it. So it's called cyclic meditation, but the variation I'm doing is without the movement, so it's a much gentler one. And then we're going to go into a meditation around the idea of world peace. And of course, you can send that peace to yourself and to any of your loved ones as well. So that's enough of me talking. Just to say, as always, you don't need to look at your screen because that can be tiring. And also anything I say is just a suggestion. So it's all about your own agency and listening to your inner voice. So with that said, please come to a comfortable sitting position. And obviously, if you're already very fatigued and you'd rather lie down, then please do so. And I think it's also very hot in the UK. I'm in Spain and it's hot here. So I think we've got similar temperatures going on. So from your comfortable yoga position, I'd like you just to think about maybe closing the eyes if that's comfortable for you, and just creating space between the crown of the head and the tailbone. And maybe thinking about lifting up the heart and drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. And although you're sitting, if you interlock your fingers behind you, I'm just going to come forward on my chair, just draw the hands down to lift the chest up, because this just helps the front body, the front part of the body to be open. This helps with the posture and this helps with the breath. And the breath is all about our stability, our relaxation, and also our energy. So just try pulling down on those interlocked fingers for a moment or two, and then release. And then close your eyes if they're not already closed, and just take a reflection. So a reflection means that you're asking this question to the silence without necessarily expecting an answer. And the reflection is, where is my peace? How peaceful am I? And make this observation without judgment. So if you're feeling, well, I'm not very peaceful, I'm agitated, I've got agitation in my body, just allow that to. And observe how your nervous system is. Is it activated? Is it quiet? Is it disengaged? Again, no judgment. And if it's activated and you're stressed, that's okay too, because I know our yoga practice is all about regulating our nervous system if possible, but sometimes we are dysregulated because life happens. And the thing with yoga is to allow that to be as well, so that we are with the discomfort of our dysregulation. So if our breathing's fast or our heart's fast, just allow that to be as it is. And then with your eyes still closed, I'm just going to do a little chant for you, which is the second Yoga Sutra. So just listen to it. The translation is, yoga comes about when the mind is quiet. So just listen. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. And then see if you can find the spaces between the thoughts. Just watching for the spaces between the thoughts. And then we're going to spend a moment or two with the breath. So just start by observing the breath. Again, making this observation without judgment. And then if it's comfortable for you, nothing should be forced, but just begin to allow the breath to slow down. And if you can, breathe through the nose. And then our healthy way of breathing, just a reminder, one hand to the heart, the other to the belly. Breathing into the hand that's on the belly. Because this is going to help the nervous system to become quiet, which in turn gives us a more peaceful mind. But if there are thoughts there, that's fine. So just allow the body to be as it is, allow the mind to be as it is, and the emotions. We're not pushing anything away. We're just welcoming all parts of ourselves, even the more tricky ones like fatigue and pain, to see if you can allow it and not resist it. And then releasing the hands, take the hands beside the rib cage with the fingers facing forward and the thumb around the back. If you're not sure, you can look at the screen. And as if our ribs were an accordion, we're going to try at least to breathe into the hands so they go out sideways. If you're not sure, you can look at the screen, but this is just helping us to activate all of the lung area and the diaphragm. Nice and slow. And then drop the hands to the knees. Just breathe normally for a moment or two. And then we're going to do a little bit of chanting. Now, there's so many benefits of chanting. It helps our vibration. It's said that it can change matter. It gives us a nourishing focus. And it helps to extend the exhalation, which has all kinds of benefits on our energy. So very obviously the chant today is going to be Shanti or peace. And we're going to chant it 3 times on the exhalation, because this helps our out breath to be long and smooth. If it's not right for you and you can only do 2 or 1, that's fine. So I'm going to demonstrate, and remember we do this in our own breathing rhythm and our own pitch. You just do whatever is comfortable for you. So breathe in through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You try that, take the extra breath if you need to. And then try that for the next 3 to 5 breaths, resting out if you need to. I'm not going to join in because my pitch will be different from yours, my breath length is different. Just do what feels comfortable with your eyes closed, just chanting Shanti 3 times on the out breath. When you finish, just sit and observe the effect of the mantra on how you are. And look for the peace after the exhalation, that small pause after the out breath. Just let yourself drop into that. And also have a sense of being grounded, whether you're sitting or lying, just feel your feet on your support. You might want to put something under your feet and feel your bottom on your support, so that when we're working with the higher chakras, we're working with a concept such as peace, we're also working with the lower chakras to keep us grounded. Because in these times, being grounded is really helpful. This will help us spinning out and going into panic or anxiety. Keep grounded, keep in your body. Feel your feet, feel your bottom. And then just to soothe this, we're going to cross the arms over the chest, opposite hand to opposite shoulder. We're just going to enjoy some rocking, because this is very soothing for the nervous system. So just rock from one side to the other. And if you're lying, you can also rock. And then come back to the center. And then take a moment or 2 to focus on how your shoulders feel. Are they up by your ears? Are they tense? It can be difficult to relax them. It takes time, but just observe without any judgment. And then you can either rest your fingertips on your shoulders, or you can leave your hands on your knees and just roll them, bringing the shoulder blades together, opening the front of the chest. Because when we are in activation with the nervous system, the shoulders and the upper chest tightens, which affects our breathing, the posture, everything. So this is just the beginning of loosening the upper body. And then inhale, draw the shoulders up to the ears, exhale through the mouth. Just do that 2 or 3 times more in your own breathing rhythm. Just feel the shoulders moving away from the ears. So we're always thinking about space between the shoulders and the ears, space between the crown of the head and the tailbone, space in the front of the body. This helps us when we're spacious to be more peaceful. Same with the breath. When we focus on the exhalation, the pause after the exhalation, that space starts to bring us back to a state of quietness and the peace that we all really crave for. And it also helps us to be more in the moment, because there is really no problem in the moment. There might be a bit of fatigue, there might be some pain, there might be a bit of agitation as a sensation in the body. But ultimately, if we're not spinning out into the future, coming back to here, we're okay in this moment. So this is the place to be. So we're going to do our magic neck stretch now. We did this last week if you were in the Hope class. So I'd like you to place, I've got to get my left and right, so don't follow me, think about your left and right. So place your left arm on top of your right, on the right elbow, and then the left elbow is on top of the right hand. And just look over your left shoulder. See how far you can look, and then come back. And now what we're going to do is we're going to twist the arms around to the left, keeping the front body facing forward and the head. Just take those arms around to the left. Come back to center. And now look round again. And you'll probably, hopefully notice that you've released the neck and you can look much further. And then come back. And then just drop the arms, shake out the body. And then we're going to try that to the other side. So this time the right arm on top, right hand on left elbow. And this time just look over your right shoulder to see how far you can look round. Bring the head back. And now take the arms round to the right, but keeping the torso and the head forward. Just take 1 or 2 breaths here. And then come forward. Drop the arms down. And now just look over your right shoulder. And if you are like me, you'll notice you can get the head much further out because you've released a lot of the tension in the neck. And then just do whatever feels right for the neck. So maybe take ear to the shoulder. Just feeling that nice stretch on the opposite side of the neck. And then we can make some very gentle circles with our chin, almost as if we had a tennis ball under our chin and under the back of the head. So we're circling the chin, but we're not stretching the neck too far back or down. Keeping the torso still, it's just the neck that's moving. And then we can do that the other way around. So just that we're releasing the neck, the shoulders, the chest. Come back to the center. And then just make any movement that you need to. So maybe shaking out the shoulders, shaking out the neck, whatever you need to do. And then we're going to come down to the mat in a minute, or to lying, but I'd just like you to sit quietly with your eyes closed and visualize that you'll be breathing in peace on the inhalation, shanti. And on the exhalation, just making that out breath a little bit longer than the in breath. So to help you, I want you to, as you inhale, visualize breathing in shanti. And on the exhalation, you're going to do that twice. Shanti, shanti. So you can either visualize the mantras, you can chant them, or you can just visualize peace. And then coming back to normal breathing, just observe how you are now. And then when you're ready, please come down to a comfortable lying position. So that might be on the floor, on your mat, on a bed, on a sofa, however you like to rest. So I always suggest you start with your knees bent, just to help the back release before you stretch out your legs. And you might like to have the heels coming into the buttocks and the knees touching each other, and maybe something under your head to help the back of the neck to lengthen. And just take a minute or two again to observe how you are. And I'd like you now to visualize breathing in peace as a concept of golden light. So on your in-breath, breathe in peace, visualize this golden light coming into your body, filling you with peace. On the out-breath, just feel that you're letting go of anything you no longer want to hold on to. So any worry, tension, anger, dysregulation, just breathe out on a long exhalation. Let the air take it away from you. Breathe in peace, prana as golden light, filling your body, sending it to wherever you feel you need it today. And then we're going to chant the peace chant to 3 of our centers. We're actually going to start with the head. So you can, depending on what's comfortable for you lying down, you can either put your hands over the crown of your head, or you can place them softly over your eyes, or you can even take them to the back of your neck. So you decide what is the most comfortable position for your hands over your head. And I want you to visualize that you're bringing nourishment and peace there. And then if you like a lullaby, you can chant very gently, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I'm going to suggest you do that 3 times, but that is up to you. Always listen to your energy. If you want to rest out and that feels more peaceful, please do so. When you finish, rest the arms beside the body. Just again, observe how you are feeling. And see if you can begin to glimpse behind the activities of the mind a sense of peace. And this peace is your true nature, it's the real you. So your circumstances, your thoughts, your experiences, your emotions, they come and they go. They're known as prakriti. They are objects known to you. But you are the source of everything, your purusha, the permanent self behind the thoughts. So just see if you can glimpse that sense of your own presence as the mind begins to quieten. And there still will be thoughts and noises, but just focus on that silence. Focus on that presence. And then when you're ready, we're going to do a deeper relaxation, the modified cyclic meditation, which is slightly different from a yoga nidra, but similar. So what we're going to do is start with a cyclic meditation, which will go on for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to take you into a lying meditation for world peace. Peace within, peace without. So what I'd like you to do now is just take any preparation that you need for relaxing for about 20 minutes. So if you need to put on any covers, any extra cushions or padding or eye masks, please do so. And I'll just give you a moment or two to get ready for that.